What's up guys, Jake with T and Tad. Come to another special video today. Got another red dot video for you. Today we are looking at the Gideon rock. This is a green dot actually that was sent out to us by Gideon for testing evaluation. Much appreciated guys. We really do appreciate it. We actually met up with them at Goals down at the GOA convention down there in Knoxville that just happened, and they were kind enough to give us one of these for a testing evaluation. They don't really know this yet, but they're about to find out today that anytime we get free stuff we tend to beat the piss out of it. So today we're gonna go over all the specs and features of it, zero the green dot, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop it a few times to see if it actually holds zero, or well, for that matter, if it even still works. We do this because we think it's important to us and probably to you at home to know that stuff like this is worth your time and, more importantly, your hard-earned money. So, with all that being said, let's see how she does. All right, so first things first, we need to actually get this thing zeroed up for us, just to kind of get a feel where this is going to end up. All right, so going over the specs features of this particular dot. This is a 2 MOA green dot, not red dot. Green dot, so it stands out a little bit more and a lot brighter than the red dot equivalents. So when they asked me if I wanted red or green, I told them green, and I think it's gonna be one that you're gonna like too. This green dot has 10 different brightness settings, and it gets about 50,000 hours of battery life on the lowest brightness setting. Now, lowest brightness setting is barely usable, honestly, even in this dusky kind of conditions we're in right now, but on the level 6 brightness setting you'll actually get about 20,000 hours, so it's a little bit more reasonable. So initially I was aiming right here and my shots were going like down here, so I quickly made some adjustments. They started showing up right here, brought it over for what I felt like was here, and then just to make sure I actually started shooting here. I was shooting at this corner but it was hitting here. Try shooting an imaginary corner right there that didn't really exist, I guess. Then I shot at this corner right here and it was just slightly up, so I made a couple more clicks there, 2 or 3 more clicks. So it's pretty much spot on at this point. Some of you guys are going to be out there and say, well, gee, I'm worried that my dot's going to die. Well, good news. You can actually put this on shake awake mode by default. And what that means is after about like 200 some odd seconds, it'll actually turn off for you until you come by and pick it back up. And then it'll automatically come on the same brightness that you had before. So that'll actually make your battery life extend quite a bit more than just the standard 20,000 hours you might think you're getting. And these sunset conditions, level 10 is definitely too bright. If you went with level 6, it's actually about right. Now it does all this with a CR1632 battery, and it actually goes in right up here. Sorry, there's a cobweb here on me. Look at that cobweb, holy cow. So I was coming up here on my 4-wheeler and ran right through the damn thing, sticking to me. So there is the actual battery right there inside that little cap there. You just use an Allen wrench to take it off. Super easy and easy to get to. You don't have to worry about losing zero by taking the whole dot off, for example, like some Trigicons do. Of course, it is open in midair. It's got a nice aluminum housing to it. You'll see you've got these little 2 bunny ears, much like we see on other pistol red dots and green dots out there. This kind of works out to be sort of like a nice little assistance there, a little bit of a backup iron sight. For example, some of the earlier Phonk models out there, they actually make you lose your rear sight. Nowadays they're better, but at first, for a while there, anytime you got a Phonk handgun you want to put a red dot on, you have to give up your rear sight. Doesn't make sense, but you had rear sights here built on the dot if you need it. I actually haven't shot steel in a while, so that'll be kind of fun. See, I'm sucking now. Now, as we're back here, you'll see you've also got elevation there, as well as our windage here on the side. Just takes little flatheads there, nothing too special about that. You'll see the glass itself has got a nice little green coating there. Very nice, very nice. Speaking of backup rear sight, you're gonna see I don't have a front sight on this gun because, well, we've kind of lost it when we were mag dumping in the intro. And just for a record, yes, we are empty, of course. We're safe here, safe-ish on T and Tactical. Try to be, for the kids. A completely loaded magazine, but we're going to drop it 5 or 10 times directly on the center block here and see if it cracks or does anything, and then we're going to shoot it and see if it managed to hold zero. From chest high, of course, and 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that was a direct hit on there. Oh my. 5. I gotta say, I'm impressed. So there is the front there, as you can see. And there is the green dot. If I can just get my camera to focus for me. There it is. So it still works. Now after 5 drops, the only damage we have is just cosmetic on the housing itself. Now let's be honest, those were really good drops too. Normally it sometimes kind of bounces or hits a weird spot or something and doesn't quite feel like a good impact. Like 4 out of 5 of those were really good, strong impacts. Let's see if it holds 0. Let me focus on something else. Let me shoot the top left corner. Originally my shots were kind of going all over the place. I was aiming at that corner, but it's going like down there and stuff. Then I was like, okay, let me actually try. So I was focusing on this corner right there, and this is where most of my shots went. Then I started going fast, and shots started kind of spreading out a bit. But when I actually took my time to aim, these were where my shots were. Now, the best thing about this dot is it comes at a pretty dang good price point. It comes at right now $199. Of course, that's their MSRP, so if you look around, you might find it a little bit cheaper, especially like on Amazon. Okay, so what do I think about the Gideon Rock? I gotta say, if you're looking for a decent green dot, or red dot for that matter too, this is not a bad choice. We sat here, zeroed it, dropped the piss out of it, and then we tested 0 and it held up just fine. Now granted, we're shooting at about 10-ish yards, but from what I can tell, it didn't lose any 0 at all. At least not for any reasonable amount that I can see. Held up great and everything. Didn't get cracked, didn't get broken, nothing. It's all perfectly fine. All we've got right there is just a little bit of wear and tear on the aluminum frame, the aluminum housing of it. Other than that, I mean, it held up just fine. So very impressed with that. And the fact that it's been able to take 5 freaking drops, 5 good drops, and still hold up just fine, and hold 0 too for that matter. Now obviously there was like a little bit of shift, but I think maybe that's just me. I haven't shot in a couple of weeks. I'm not trying to simp for it or anything like that, but I think there was a couple of times there especially where I didn't really have consistent pulls on my trigger, and you could tell that in some of the shots. Overall though, I think for any practical use, especially for sporting or 3-gun, or I mean, let's be honest, even everyday carry, I think this dot's good to go. Special thanks to Gideon for sending this out to us. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get some more from them soon. And if you want a pistol, red dot, or green dot, for that matter, that's not going to break the bank, I think it's a good choice. Guys, that's going to be it for today. Remember, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. What do you think about the Gideon Rock? I'd love to hear from you. We will see you next time. Getting eaten up by bugs out here. It's making me flinch. God bless. Stop it. Mosquitoes are eating me up.